Most people dream of retiring early, getting out of the rat race, having never set an alarm again, traveling, relaxing, and finally having freedom. Well, I retired at 52, and don't get me wrong, it's a blessing in so many ways, but here's the truth nobody talks about. Early retirement can also be boring, lonely, and even a little bit depressing. That's what I want to share with you today because many of you may be chasing early retirement, and I want you to know what it really feels like when you get here. But watch till the end, and I'm going to tell you a little secret. I worked hard for decades. I saved, I invested, I made smart choices. I did make a lot of dumb choices too, but I learned from them, and we'll share them with you in other videos. By 52, I had enough financial stability to walk away from the 9 to 5 grind. I remember the day I put in my 2 weeks. I was sitting in my office and had enough. I was done. It was time to retire. The day I signed off for the last time, it felt surreal. No boss, no deadlines, no Monday morning dread. I remember waking up that first morning of retirement and feeling like I just won the lottery. Woo-hoo! What would you do? Or what did you do your first day of retirement? Leave it in the comments below. But then reality set in. I realized that so much of my life had revolved around work, not just the money, but the structure, especially in the military, the daily routine, even the social interactions. I'm an extrovert, and human interaction is important to me. Suddenly, all of that was gone, and while freedom sounded amazing, it also meant a lot of empty time to fill. Here's the part that surprised me the most, the boredom. When you think about retirement, you picture endless hobbies, travel, golf, maybe even starting a little side hustle. But once you've caught up on sleep, cleaned the garage, and taken that long trip you've always dreamed about, well, what then? I found myself with huge stretches of unstructured time. And let me tell you, Netflix gets really old when you're watching it at 11 a.m. on a Tuesday. Even hobbies lose their spark when you have unlimited time for them. They stop feeling special. Work gave me purpose. Retirement gave me freedom. But freedom without purpose can feel like floating aimlessly. That was the first red flag. Another part of this journey I didn't expect was the loneliness. Most of my friends are still working, their schedules are packed, their weekends are precious, and their lives are still tied to the work grind. Meanwhile, I'm free all the time. That means while I'm available to grab lunch on a Wednesday, well, they're stuck in a meeting or two or racing to meet deadlines. It creates this weird disconnect. It almost feels like we live in two different worlds. I'm not in the trenches with them anymore. I'm not part of the daily grind conversations, the office gossip, the stress of deadlines, the small wins. And when you lose that shared struggle, you lose a certain type of connection. And I'll be honest, some days I feel invisible, like the world is busy and moving forward, and I'm just sitting on the sidelines watching it happen. There's also this strange identity shift. For most of my adult life, when someone asked me, "So what do you do?" I had an answer. I was professional. I had a career. I had a title. That gave me, a sense of pride. But now I don't really have an answer. Saying I'm retired doesn't really carry the same weight as saying I'm an officer in the military or I work in communications or whatever it may be. And it makes you realize how much of your identity is tied to your work. Even if you didn't always love your job, when that's gone, you have to rebuild who you are. And that's not easy. It feels like starting over, but at an age when you thought you'd be settled. Before I tell you the solution, please hit the subscribe and like button. This helps my channel grow and others to find me. Thank you. But fear not, there is a solution. I don't think retirement is the problem. I think it's how we approach it. Most of us prepare financially for retirement, but almost nobody prepares us emotionally or socially. We think if the money is there, happiness will follow. But the truth is, happiness in retirement comes from purpose, connection, structure. I've started experimenting with ways to fix the boredom and the loneliness. I'm volunteering at a TV station, making connections with others that are retired, and I'm trying to reconnect with my old hobbies in a new way. I even went back to college to take fun classes. I've even considered working part-time, not because I need the money, but because I miss the challenge and the camaraderie. And honestly, making content like this is part of me rediscovering my purpose, sharing my experience to help others. I truly want to help others understand their relationship with money to help them achieve their dreams as well. So if you're chasing early retirement, I'm not here to tell you not to do it. I'm glad I did it. It gave me freedom. It gives me options, and it shows me what life looks like beyond the grind. But I'm here to warn you, retiring early will not automatically make you happy. It's not the finish line, it's a transition. If you don't plan for how you'll spend your time, who you'll spend your time with, and what will give your life meaning, you might find yourself bored, lonely, and questioning what next, like I did. At 52, I realized that retirement isn't about sitting back. It's about reinventing yourself, and that's the new challenge I'm facing. I'm so excited for the future now that I'm putting purpose back into my life. Even if you're close to retirement or not, there's still lots to learn about finances. To learn more, click here to watch a video on when you should take your Social Security. Remember, it's an honor to retire early, but it's a lot more challenging than I thought. See you in the next video.